Okay, so I am using an indoor-outdoor fabric here, so it's a little heavier than just regular like quilting cotton. And so I decided to make some reusable grocery bags or shopping bags. And I'm going to make a very basic one today, although there's two more that I want to make later. But for today, all I needed was my cotton, and it is cut on the fold here 22 inches and then 18 inches across. And then I cut 22-inch straps, and they will be sewn on. So actually we'll go ahead and mark this. I want these nested together here, and when I measure, we're going to mark both sides. So I'm going to line it up. We know this is 18 inches. We want to come in about 4 inches on each side. This is one of the times that I'm going to use pins instead of using clips. So let's come in here. And then over here we're going to come in 4. And then we're going to center this at that 4-inch mark and pin it. And then we want to make sure that this is flat, and we're going to bring it over and center it at the other 4-inch mark. And then this one will line up directly across it. This one will line up directly across from the other. Alright, so now we're going to be working at the machine, so I'll meet you there. Okay, we're at the sewing machine now, and I did want to show you one thing I decided to do because the canvas tends to ravel. I went ahead and folded over a very small hem at the top of the bag, and I just used a wide stitch just to get that to lay down for me. And that way when I turn it over and attach the handles, I'm not going to have to worry about it raveling out. So even though this is a basic bag, it is still a canvas that's going to ravel a little bit, and so I want to make sure that those edges are clean. So I'm going to go ahead now, and we're going to hem. Okay, now this, you can see it's even raveling just a little bit. I have heard that you can burn the edge of these to stop that. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this. And I grabbed a box of matches. We're just going to do a quick little burn. Okay. I'm going to lay that aside, and we're going to go ahead and hem the top. Alright, so we just did a very basic stitch. Now I'm going to do the other end. Now I did double stitch it there at the hem, and I'm going to make an X on it as well, and then I'm going to do another hem at the top of the bag where I'll be going over both of the straps just to secure them. I'm just going to double check myself and make sure that my measurement's right. Alright, now all we have to do is fold right sides together. And you can see how it's raveling here. So what I want to do in this case, this is from another project. I found some green. I'm not worried that it's not matching perfectly, not for its intended purpose. So you can do a French seam here, but I'm just going to use this kind of like a bias tape. Now you can see what I'm doing here is just folding it, and I'm going to sew and fold it around and put another stitch. I'm just going to put a quick little hem in this so that it's a clean top edge as well. Alright, so I have everything lined up. I have my clips on, or you may want to use pins, and I'm just slowly attaching it. I'm going to fold this over. And again, this is just for the raveling aspect. I'm not worried about if it's straight. I'm not worried about anything like that. Or if there's a pucker, it's not going to matter. This is the inside of the bag. Now that's going to be so much better. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, you can stop there, but what I'm going to do is you may want to take a pen and mark the bottom. Something like that. So that when you open this up, you want to make sure that the seam is lined up with the bottom. Okay, now once you get that, we want to grab this and come in about, I would say 3 inches is good, or 2.5 even. If we go 2.5, we can use that right there. So we're just going to sew a straight line. You can actually trim that off if you want, but I'm not going to because of the ravels that this material does. Okay, so now we can just turn it right side out. And by sewing that, it gives us this boxed bottom instead of just a long straight bottom. If you have cans or something like that that's going in there, you know, they'll go in just a little bit better. You can even cover a piece of cardboard or something in this same material, or it really wouldn't matter. The same size as your boxed bottom if you want a stiff bottom, but it's really not necessary. You could put a pocket on it, things like that, but today the video focus was just a very basic bag. If you're tired of plastic and you're wanting to get away from that and have some reusable bags, this is the way to go. This is, again, very basic. We're going to make 2 more bags, though, where we're going to embellish them just a little bit more. But I wanted to start off with your very basic bag. Alright, I'll see you back here later. Bye.